According to my little thermometer, it says it's wet out in the shop. That's right. It's wet. Okay, welcome back to another episode of UWP Custom Baits. I hope the rain isn't too loud. I got a tin roof on my shop, so it's pouring down pretty hard right here in North Carolina. But we got some baits I've been running on the last week here. Some more stoneflies, a couple of crappy slurs back there. Both of these are from Epic Bait Molds. These are going out to a couple of guys down there in the Exploration Adventures. They dubbed this color the Wondermelon because they just kill some fatty brim panfish gilly gills down there in their neck of the woods. So these are going out to them guys. But we were going to be running some more today in a different color. I want to try some blue and gold. I've been thinking of this color in my mind a little bit. Blue top, maybe some gold flake belly. So I'm going to get rid of this right here, get some plastic mixed up, and pull some colors down and see what we can get going. We got a couple cups of plastic run out here. I'm just going to pop them in the microwave for a couple seconds, maybe even a minute. I just want to get it a little bit warmed up. I'm going to pre-vac this plastic before it completely gets converted over, just because the moisture is like super high right now and it's probably got a ton of bubbles in it. So I'm just going to do a little pre-vac before I cook off the plastic completely. Alright, I'm going to run over the colors real quick. I pulled out this ultramarine blue again. I know I used this last episode, but I really like this blue. That's going to go on top, and I'm going to add in a little bit of this Heisenberg from Dead on Plastics. I haven't used this color yet. It's got a little bit on the top here because I put it out on the table just to see what a drop of it looked like on the table. But I'm going to put them two for the top color, and I might sprinkle in a little bit of this gold here for texture on top just to see what that looks like. For the bottom, I think I'm gonna go with this Dead on Plastic Yukon and leave the bottom kind of a little bit more transparent, but just have this down there just to make it shine a little bit. I might throw in a little bit of this extra fine gold here in the bottom. I'm not sure. I'm gonna see how that looks first, but I'm gonna throw the plastic in the microwave, get that all nice and heated up, and throw these in there and see what it looks like. So I was cooking my plastic and I heard something move, and look at this. Daggum big old rat snake. There's no way it's that long. I think it's two. I think there's one laying right here and there's one laying right there. So I got the plastic cooked up. We're gonna build these colors, and I got two guests in the shop tonight, which they have moved. They have moved since I've cooked this plastic, so I'm gonna have to go looking for them in a minute and make sure I can keep eyes on them. For the top color, I'm gonna go ahead and do like 30 or 40 drops. Nice dark blue. I'm gonna do a couple drops of the Heisenberg. And then I'm gonna do a little smidge of gold flake just to give it a little bit of texture. I keep looking over my shoulder. I'm gonna do, I don't know, we'll just shoot some of this in here for just by feel. Okay, I'm gonna try that first, see how it looks. These baits are thinner, so I might have to come back and add some more. Usually in these really small baits, I have to go over my usual recipes call for. So I'm gonna pop these back in the microwave, get them heated up, and get my molds clamped up, and we're gonna run them one time and see what they look like. Okay, here we go. Temps are about right. Hopefully with the molds being cold, I can get all these. It is a tad bit chilly in here tonight, so we will see. Throw this on there, get it going. All right, here we go. There's one. Grab the stoneflies. Got to put a little bit of extra pressure on those because they are small, have some little tiny little legs. Want to make sure they all fill in. And there is the rest of the crappie slayers. So yeah, we're gonna let these cool down. Get all this cleaned up and see if we got to make any changes to our recipe. These are smaller baits, like I said, so I might have to add a little bit more color to get the look I'm going for, but let's get these cleaned up and pop them open. Okay, we got our molds here all cooled down. We are going to demold these together, see what they look like. As I figured, I thought the stoneflies would be a little bit light because they are really thin baits, but they look cool. For the stoneflies, I might go a little bit tiny darker on the top, but that belly with just that Yukon in it, barely showing up in the belly, bouncing off the blue top, I think it looks really sweet. I'm going to try to do like I did last time and run some of these in the worms. But let's pop open these crappie slayers. These are going to come up bottom upwards. I think it looks way better in the crappie slayer, to be honest. Nice shiny gold belly, blue top. I wish you guys, it doesn't look as good on camera, I promise. Anybody who makes baits knows that when you're looking at them in person, they look way better than what a camera can show them. But I was hoping I could show you guys how good that belly looks bouncing off that blue. Let's check these out. Oh, just fell all over the place. Oh yeah, these are going to look sick in the water, I think. Just transparent, but you know, it's got these erratic little specks all around. Nice gold belly on them. But yeah, we're gonna get our plastic heated back up and go round 2 on these and try to do some worms and see what the worms look like with a little bit fatter body. All right, here we go. Round 2. Plastic is up to temp. We're going to try to do crappie, stonefly, worm. See if we can get enough out of this without having to tilt the cups up. See, I've somehow sucked up a lot more gold than I have blue. I don't know why this injector does that. Might have to give AI a little shout to see what's going on. But for some reason, one side pulls up a lot more plastic than the other. Have not figured that out yet. Crappie, stonefly, give a little pressure, make sure all the legs fill in. Always end up with a little doodad when I hit that mold. Get some worms here. I think this color is going to look really cool in some worms. Get these all topped up and let them cool down. We'll check them out. Okay, so snake update while the molds are cooling down. This dude has migrated over here to another part of my shop. And the other one, a little bit smaller in size, but I saw him creeping along up here somewhere. And now he's missing in action, which I don't like because that means he can drop down on me on any second. But he might be laying on one of these wider runners where I can't see him, but I got eyes on this big boy, which he's plotting my demise. I can tell it. While we're waiting to become a snack, we might as well bust open a couple of fish snacks and check out these crappie slayers, which, like I mentioned before, just shoot flawlessly. They always come out super nice. Check that gold belly out. I think these things are going to get absolutely munched. I'm not going to worry about showing the stoneflies again. I think I'm going to have to work on my recipe a little bit to get the stoneflies to where I want them. But let's check out these worms. Oh yeah. Nice. I'm really feeling these. That gold just looks super good against that blue top. Still transparent. I wanted these to be able to fish like clear water, stuff like that. Give a real shiny little bait fish type look. But in the summertime, my river gets real low, gets super clear. I think these are going to absolutely kill the fishies. So I'm going to run what I have left and show you guys at the end a nice up close shot. See if we can show off these colors a little bit better. Alright guys, here we have it. Some blue and gold. I think it turned out really cool. Like I said, it looks much better in person. I think this is going to be a clear water killer. But yeah guys, if you like this video, leave a like, drop a comment, and subscribe for more. I'll catch you on the next one. So before you ask, no, I have not done nothing about the snake. He's still up there just hanging out. And it's really late, and I do not feel like going up in my raptors and getting hand to hand with that bad boy right now. So I'm just going to cross my fingers he moves on, but we will definitely be keeping an eye out for this bad boy right here.